Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. How are you guys doing today? Can you believe it's Sunday again? And just a little reminder, there's a brand new video every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the channel. And this week's video, I'm gonna talk to you about thrift finds and how to decorate with them. I went out on a thrift shopping trip and I'm gonna share with you all of the items that I purchased and where I decorate with them around the house. Interior design does not have to be expensive, you guys. When we hear the word interior design, we automatically think of thousands of dollars, but it is subjective to everyone's budget. Beautiful interior design to me is something that you gather throughout the years and you combine them with new pieces here and there. But to create that beautiful look, I'm gonna take you out to a thrift store and I'm gonna show you all of the items that I purchased. So if you are interested, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because you will not want to miss what's next here at Ramon at Home. Are you guys ready? Let's go thrifting. Alright you guys, I'm always telling you to look in the corners of Goodwill in your thrift stores, and I have found this set of lamps. They're made out of brass and they need to be polished, but just wait till you see what I'm gonna do with them in my bedroom. Can't wait. Alright you guys, so we scored two of these beautiful paintings with architectural details like I absolutely love them. I got two of them for $9.99. Let me show you right here the price. So always keep an eye out at Goodwill for artwork. I'm so excited, yay. Okay, so now I'm gonna share with you a thrift store shopping haul, and after that I'm gonna share with you how to create a beautiful centerpiece with thrifted items to create a gorgeous tablescape. Keep watching. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you some of the things that I found at my local thrift store that I'm going to be decorating with and showing you every step and every place where I place them. Let me just tell you, I feel like I hit the mother lode on blue and white, and if you guys know me, you know that I love blue and white. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I've been collecting blue and white. If you don't follow me on Instagram, this is the right time to do it, and all of the links are in the description box below. And for this video, I want to show you a few things that I purchased. First of all, this beautiful lamp was only $12.99. It's just the base, but as you guys can see, it has the wooden base. And I'm gonna exchange it for the one I have here in the back, and I'm gonna put that shade on it. But I thought for $12.99, it was such a great steal, and I could not pass out. I really wish that they had both of them, but you know what? A $12.99 lamp, I mean, I'm gonna keep my eye open for a second one. I know it'll pop up. And then also, I wanna show you this other cute little lamp that I bought. This is so cute because it's got a more modern feel to it, a beautiful shade. There is a round shade. And this guy was only $5.99. This is perfect for a desk. This is also perfect for your kitchen. I have a little lamp in the kitchen that I will be showing you later. However, I think I'm gonna exchange it for this one because I'm keeping it very clean in the kitchen, and I love to leave a light on every night in the kitchen. So in case that I need to get up and get water, I have a light to guide me. So I picked this up for $5.99. Now the other thing that I bought is these two little bud bases. These two were $2.99 for each, so that means that $1.50 a piece. These are really cute little votives, not votives, but for flower arrangements, tiny little flower arrangements, and I'm gonna collect them so I can do a whole tablescape with them. So I also picked this up. I think they're so cute and they go so well with the rest of the blue and white. You guys, blue and white is something that you collect through the years because it is, if you go out and buy it at a retail store, it could be really expensive. Now, I have bought some pieces at retail stores. My way of collecting is that if you go to any store and if you see something that you think is fairly priced, then you pick it up and that's how you start your collection. So I picked this up for $2.99 a piece. I'm sorry, for both. Now the other thing that I picked out was this collection of bud bases. That's what I wanted to call these bud bases. It just flew my mind. But these bud bases were 99 cents a piece, and I got four of the little ones, and then I got two of the taller ones, and I need at least another two of these taller ones. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for this because I wanna do a tablescape where I place them all like this, sets of 3s, 2s, and 1s. And I'm gonna do all these flowers, and it's going to be fresh flowers. It's going to be beautiful. Then in the future, when you have a few more of these, you can also incorporate these blue and white vases. Imagine this with blue and white plates and with a beautiful centerpiece with fresh flowers like this, all white flowers and blue. It's gonna be so pretty. So I cannot wait to show you that. But I wanted to mention that the big ones were $1.99 and the little ones were 99 cents. And these, however, had a 30% off. So I got a discount on all of these bud bases. If you see little bud bases like this, and as you guys can see, they're different shapes, and I just love them, different textures on them, because that's what creates more interest when you're setting a beautiful table. And for 99 cents minus 30% off, hallelujah, right? I just could not leave them there. So moving along, I want to share with you this set of 6 beautiful drink glasses, and these are really heavy, you guys. They're really well made. They're super heavy. I love the detail right here. And I got a set of 6, and I cannot wait to do a tablescape, and that's what we're gonna be doing later on this video. But I also want to share that I found the perfect napkins to complement the glass. Look how pretty these two are together. It's just so exquisite, and I have the perfect plates to show you how we're gonna set this beautiful table together. And I'm gonna make a centerpiece, and I think it's all in my mind, and it's gonna come out just as really beautiful. So I got a set of this of 4. So these guys were 99 cents, and I got the whole set of 6 glasses for $19, which for $19 is really good quality glass. It's just a steal, and I think I'm gonna share this for years to come because my mother's china has some purple in it, and so we're going to incorporate it with our tablescape. So that to me was a steal for that price. I'm gonna move these guys over here with the rest of the things I already showed you. Now, the other thing I wanna show you is this set of 6 dishes, you guys. This was such a steal. There was a set of 6 dishes for $5.99, the set. I cannot believe it, not even $1 a piece. Look how cute this is. If you have a bigger bathroom, you can use this to hold your soap and just give some character to the room. I think that would be perfect for, but I have one on this shape. I'm gonna show you all of them because then I'm gonna tell you what I wanna do. I have this on this shape and they come with this cute little hanging ribbon. However, I do have some hanging plates. So I have that. I have this little flat one that is very similar to this, but one is kind of like a bowl. There was a flat one. So there's 3. Now this set also came with this plate right here that has some grapes. It also has this ribbon that you can use to hang them. And like I told you, a collection is something that when you see it, you grab it because most likely it won't be there the next time. And then I got this other one right here that also has this ribbon. And like I said, I'm going to put plate holders, and I'll show you in a second what we're going to be doing with these plates. And then I got this bigger one that is so beautiful. I love this one for decorative purposes only. So, and then if you know me, you know that I already have some other ones that I'm gonna be using. So all of these guys put together right here were $5.99, and they are in perfect condition. I just saw a video of Gwyneth Paltrow's home tour, you guys, and she had a whole wall with blue and white dishes, and it was so striking and so beautiful. So I'm going to try and recreate a wall in my kitchen with all blue and white dishes, and I will show you later in the video. But I also wanted to share this little plate right here. This guy was separate, $1.99, and I think it's so cute. And I'm gonna show you, this also is going to go in the kitchen. I'm gonna put my soap and my by the sink where you do the dishes. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna use this guy for $1.99. Can you believe it? Somebody pitched this for $1.99. It's in perfect condition, and this guy was made in Italy. So it is a really good quality blue and white dish. This also you could use in your bathroom to put your paper towels for your guests. Can you imagine? Oh, I cannot wait to show you. So, okay, so the last thing I wanna talk to you about is when you are out thrifting and if you decorate with thrift finds, I always keep my mind open for whatever is available when I'm out shopping. And I found, oh look, here's the thing for the lamp that I'm not gonna use because it's so old. But when I'm out shopping, I'm always keeping an eye open for the things that I may need in the future. And I found this cornucopia basket for $3.99, and also 30% off because it had a white tag, and that we're gonna be using for making an arrangement for fall for the door. How perfect for $3.99. I know fall is still a little bit away, it's a few months away, but I'm gonna start gathering things that I may need to show you guys how to create beautiful arrangements. And if I can find it for $3.99 instead of $20, that's why it's so important that you keep an eye open when it comes down to seasonal decorating like this, because you know, if I found this in January, February, I'll still buy it and put it away in my stash in my garage and then bring it out. But for $3.99, I cannot wait to share with you what we're gonna do with this cornucopia basket. So if you see something like this in the thrift store and if you wanna follow along, I know they'll have them at Hobby Lobby, but they'll probably be full retail price, which should be like $20 minus 50% off, which should still be $10. So for $3.99 minus 30% off, I think I got a pretty good deal, and I cannot wait to share with you guys what we're going to do with this. I hope you enjoyed the haul, but now it's time to move on, and I'm gonna take you into the garage, and we're going to be doing a beautiful centerpiece that we're gonna use to create a beautiful tablescape. Keep watching. Okay, I'm gonna take a second to ask you the question of the day, and that's going to be, what is your favorite thrift find that you ever found at a local thrift store? I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below. And then also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, all of the social medias are going to be in the description box below. Be sure to follow along because you will not want to miss what's next. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so it's time to begin with this beautiful centerpiece with our thrifted items for our thrifted tablescape. That is a mouthful. I have this container that's made out of wood, but as you can see, if I put the foam in, it's pretty deep, and I need to be able to insert the stems of the flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some cut up foam that is about 1 inch, and I will have to cut this one in half because I needed to rise it up about 1 inch. So once I have it all cut, I'm gonna put it on the bed of the container, and once I have it in the bottom of it, I'll bring my foam and I will be able to secure that with my moss, which will be our next step. So now I'm gonna lay them to the side, and that is perfect. So now I'm gonna grab some of this moss that I bought at Walmart. The bag is about $6.98. It's very affordable. And if you remember, I told you what happens on the right happens on the left. So immediately when you add on one side, go to the next side or the next corner, because that will help you to really secure it and it won't move, and you will be able to continue to do the same. So now I'm gonna continue to cover the perimeter of this container with this moss, and that's also gonna help cover the mechanics, which is basically what we want. We want to be able to cover the perimeter of this container so that way it looks finished. If there was to be a place where there's no stems, well, you don't have to see the unsightly foam. Remember, we want to cover all of our mechanics when it comes down to floral design. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup, and I will be back to give you our next step on this floral design. All right, everyone, so step number 2 will be to green our container. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna be using my favorite greenery, which is eucalyptus. And remember, what happens on the left happens on the right, and what goes up must come down. If you ingrain this in your mind, I promise you, you will always have a very balanced centerpiece. I'm gonna spin it around 180 degrees, and I'm gonna repeat because we want to repeat on every corner, and also in the middle. What we do in the middle is basically going to determine our height of our bouquet. When it's a centerpiece, you want to be able to see across the table where you're sitting down, so you want to kind of keep it low, and that's why I like a long and low centerpiece, whether it's fresh or silk flowers, because that way you will be able to see across and have a conversation with your guest. Once you insert and you balance, you want to go ahead and spin it around one more time and start over. What happens on the left happens on the right, and if you do this in this motion immediately, you will always have a very balanced centerpiece. All right, so now I'm going to continue to add some of this greenery, and by the way, this greenery you can find at Walmart, and sometimes it falls apart like this, but you know what, go ahead and put it back in, and if it's too loose, you can always use a little drop of hot glue and then glue it together, and that way it will ensure that it always stays in place. So now I'm gonna spin it around one more time and cover as much as I can on the perimeter of this centerpiece, because you want to make sure that most of your mechanics are covered. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna show you, I have these flowers that come with some greenery, and I'm gonna start adding some of them. They come with this little greenery, and the stem just fell out, but they have this little greenery, and you wanna cut where the greenery is because you want to go ahead and use all of that greenery as well. I have some of the ones that I had pre-cut from the flowers I'm gonna be using, and that's also going to help you cover the mechanics, and it helps your arrangement look more natural because the more greeneries you have, the more variety of greeneries you have and flowers, you make your bouquet look more natural. So I'm gonna start with this beautiful flower that has all of the colors that I picked, the purples and lavenders. And as you guys can see, I just cut there also the greenery, and I'm gonna insert my flower. What happens on the left happens on the right, and then I'm gonna use the greenery just to continue to cover that foam. So now I'm gonna cut one more right here, and I'm gonna go down. What goes up must come down. So you have the two in the center going up, and then I spin around immediately. I do the same and balance on the other side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do the corners, and that's gonna give me the length of my centerpiece. So first we did the height, and now we're going to be doing the length, and that's what's gonna determine how long this bouquet is going to be. Remember, once again, it's a centerpiece, so you wanna keep it low to be able to see your guest and have a conversation. So now I'm gonna do one right here in the middle that is gonna spill forward, and I'm gonna spin around and insert one more time, another one. And as you guys can see, it's balanced on the height and then also on the length. You can see this the triangle shape that I'm always talking about when you balance your bouquets. By the way, thumbs up to this video, you guys. I'm having so much fun sharing all of these tips and tricks with you guys, and I cannot wait to share more with you. And if you love thrifting, be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite thrift store find that you've ever found, and where do you put it in your home. I do believe that decorating a beautiful home does not have to be expensive, and the perfect way to do that is to mix some high and low. What I say is you buy some higher price items that are more like your upholstery, and then you do some low, which is like your accessories, which is what we changed most of the time. Like this centerpiece right here, I would consider a low because it is on budget. I'm using thrifted items and then also inexpensive flowers, because most likely I will change this look to continue to share with you guys ideas. All right, so now I'm cutting these flowers, and as you can see, I cut them all at once because that will save time when it comes down to inserting the flowers. And I have these beautiful daisies, and then also narcissus, and a beautiful, I think it's a daisy mom. I don't remember the name of it, but you can find all of these flowers at your local Walmart store. They are affordable, and if you are making this arrangement to sell, I really recommend that you glue it down with your hot glue pen or your hot glue gun. But for the purposes of this video is to share this centerpiece with thrifted items, I'm just gonna go ahead and insert the stems into the foam. So remember, I told you that when you do a centerpiece or any arrangement that you're making, whether it's a centerpiece, a flower arrangement, or a wreath, you insert the same flower at the same time until you run out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this daisy right here in the middle, and that's going to give us the height. Continue with the height, and when you insert into the corners, you want to make sure that you give that flower a bend so it spills forward. Remember, what goes up must come down, and the way you make it come down is by giving it that bend right there. So now I'm gonna do the opposite corners and make sure that I spill it forward, and then immediately I spin around, and I'm gonna bring the same flower down on the opposite side, and that's what's gonna give me the balance, especially you're gonna see it all around. And remember to always keep one flower of each to the end, because that's what's gonna help us fill in the holes and not lose the balance by using some flowers. So I'm gonna use these two daisies, and I'm gonna insert right on the top, and after I'm done with the top, remember you want it to be kind of like a step ladder motion to give some depth and dimension to your bouquet. And that's the way you do it. You don't want to have them all flat. You want to make sure that there's air and depth and dimension on your bouquet. So now I'm gonna insert two more of these beautiful purple daisies. Aren't these just beautiful, you guys? For so affordable at Walmart, you can find some really beautiful flowers to make your centerpieces and wreaths and such. So now I'm gonna add the last flower, and I love this one because it has a beautiful pink flower and white, and that's Looks exactly like the dishes I will be using for the centerpiece, for the tablescape. And I just like to cut them a little bit short, and then you pull that little grass up so that grass also shows and it continues to give you some green variation. Remember, so far we have the eucalyptus and the greenery of the purple flower, and now we have the little grass. And look at that, that touch of grass really does make a difference. So you make sure to insert all of your narcissus with the grass in it, and continuing that what happens on the left happens on the right, spin around, and what goes up must come down. If you do these steps, I promise you, I guarantee you, and if not, I'll return your money, that you will always have a beautifully balanced centerpiece. Especially if you're making them to sell, you guys, you want to make sure that your customer is happy, and or your guest and your family are so happy, and not only happy but proud of your work. We have to be proud of what we do, because at the end of the day, it's a gift from God. He basically just let us borrow these gifts so that we can share them with the world, whether it's our customers, whether it's our viewers or our family members, and we have to be proud of them. What do you think? So far, this is looking full. I love the way this is looking. I only have a few of these narcissuses left. I have two, so I'm gonna push that grass up, and then I'm gonna give it a little bend, and I'm going to insert these flowers and continue until I'm done, and that's what's gonna look like. I'm gonna put this on the table real quick. I'm gonna set a beautiful tablescape. I'm gonna show you next how to set a tablescape. But now before I do that, I have this last item, which is a lavender from Walmart. And this is my favorite lavender because it has a beautiful, dangly, airy flair to it. And this is, I have so much of this. I think I bought like 50 stems because it is a perfect way to finish any floral arrangement. It gives it air, it gives it grace, and it just makes it look so beautiful. You know, it's all about the flyaways. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that it's all about the flyaways, at least when I'm making the arrangements. All right, so this is the last stem. Now I'm gonna show you how to set up a beautiful tablescape, and this is going to be our centerpiece. So keep watching. To set a beautiful tablescape, I like to start with a beautiful charger, and I love this wicker charger. I've had it for a few years, and it came from a local store called Nail Hills when I lived in Kansas. So I'm gonna lay that down. And if you've been following the channel, you know that I like to use a white dish because it really is the perfect base to pop every other color from your dish stack. As you will see with the napkins that I found at my local thrift store, and by the way, can you guys believe they were only 99 cents? That's impressive. That really pops from the white. And what's gonna happen is when I add this statement dish, and this is a statement dish because it has a beautiful pattern. These are the dishes from my childhood. My mother broke her china and gave us all children a set of 4. So I have a set of 4 of this beautiful pattern, and it has a gold rim on the outer edge, and it goes well with the purple napkin. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce my goblet, and I'm gonna do a purple one, and then I'm going to add a gold rim, beautiful, another thrift store find. Can you guys believe this? We're at a thrift store, and the gold really picks up from the gold on the dish. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna set the flatware, and remember the spoon and knife have 5 letters like the word right, and fork has 4 letters like the word left. And if you remember that, you'll always set a beautiful table. Two things I want to mention right here is I went ahead and changed the lamp for the blue and white that I found at my local thrift store. Remember, here we had a beautiful crystal lamp, a Waterford crystal lamp that actually I found at another thrift store. And so I replaced it for this one, and I really do think that goes well with this bookcase. I'm trying to fill it in with blue and white containers, and as you guys heard earlier, I'm collecting those. So anytime that I see a blue and white piece that I think it will go in my bookcase, I go ahead and snatch it and then I put it right here, and I cannot wait till this is done. But right now, I think the lamp is a beautiful addition to it. And then over on this side, the tablescape just turned out absolutely beautiful with all of these lavenders and purples, along with the gold silverware or flatware and the rim on the glass. I think it is perfection and I absolutely love it. As you can see, having a beautiful home, a beautiful tablescape does not have to cost a lot of money if you just start collecting the items that you truly love. So what do you guys think? Don't you just love going out thrifting and finding some treasures? Remember, somebody's trash is somebody else's treasure. Just because it belongs in the thrift store doesn't mean that somebody else paid full price. All we have to do is keep an eye for the good things and the things that we truly love. Remember, if you love it, then it works, because at the end of the day, you have to live with it. So whatever the trends say, it doesn't matter. Whatever other people say about your style does not matter. What matters is what you think about it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give this a thumbs up and share with a friend, because that really helps the channel. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single update. Trust me when I say you do not want to miss what's next. I'm having so much fun decorating for summer, and I cannot wait to come back with the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing and be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what is your favorite thrift store find you've ever found at a thrift store. Thank you guys. Until next time. Bye.